And you ran past your Black Sabbath exploration there a little bit, but you recently put out a new Black Sabbath pedal,
Yes, we
right?
put out our Walpurgis Volume 2, we called it. We had an original one-knob Walpurgis that we released several years back. It was a collaboration with Nick Williams, formerly of Dunwich Amps.
This is the Walpurgis Volume 2. Once again designed by the great Nick Williams, formerly of Dunwich Amplification, the Walpurgis Volume 2 is a much expanded edition of the long sold out Walpurgis Ionic Overdrive. The Walpurgis Volume 2 is a JFET emulation of a Rangemaster boosted late 60s, early 70s Laney supergroup, the amplifier that was used by both Tony Iommi and Geezer Butler during that classic original Ozzy era of Black Sabbath.
And Nick actually does all of our circuit design now, but back then that was the first pedal we did with him, and it was a one knob design. I'm looking around to see if I have it. It was a one knob version, but we ended up doing a multi-knob version that was this much expanded version of that original pedal, and it was very popular for us. The original was very popular, but and we kind of lapsed and let it go out of production as we worked on this. And this took a while, so it was as we expanded it and made it a full, and this is a full preamp of a Laney supergroup, like a late 60s Laney supergroup, the same amp that Tony Iommi played in the 70s in Black Sabbath. And then we've incorporated a Dallas Rangemaster circuit, which is that thing behind me, which was the kind of effect that he used on the amplifier. So it's built into this, and it just sounds incredibly authentic. But yeah, as we were talking about before we started recording here, it was just, the timing was just random. It's just, we had this planned for release, and it just so happened that we ended up releasing it about a month before the final Black Sabbath Back to the Beginning reunion of Ozzy, Geezer, Bill, and Tony. And so just very fortunate. And then as I mentioned off camera, I ended up getting my hands on this 99 2000 Tony Iommi signature Gibson SG.
This is Black Sabbath by Black Sabbath from the album Black Sabbath.
Again, just by just dumb luck, right at the same time, like right as we released this, within days of releasing this, I made that trade to get that guitar. And so I've been spending I've almost done like 30 Sabbath covers in 30 days kind of thing on Instagram, where I've just been, I've been messing with these songs since I was a kid. And so it's not hard to just relearn them, cause it's not like I know, it's not like I remember how to play all this stuff, but it's easy to jog your memory when there's tons of good footage of Tony, and there's other guys online who are pretty good references, like the Sterling Sound on YouTube, Benjamin DeWall. And so I can just kind of, pick up and try and play these as authentically as I can. And so just studying as much footage I can and watching, I try to get things as accurate as possible. And so that's what I've been doing the past month. And it's funny, like we said, I own a guitar company, but I've been playing Gibsons nonstop here during my Ionic escapades over the past several weeks. But it's been a lot of fun. I've had a blast doing it, and people have seemed to really enjoy it as well. So it's been a big celebration, just the whole, Back to the Beginning thing in general. That show last Saturday was an incredible tribute to those guys and to Ozzy, and to see them all back together one last time, the original four. I think it was a really special moment. And just talking to guys who were there, talking to people who went to the show, I think it was a very special thing for a lot of metal fans. So pretty cool.
How could it not be? And the timing of that is absolutely uncanny. I mean, that's crazy. In particular, it's one thing to have been working on this pedal, but then the guitar being tied into that whole story too. The trifecta of those things.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's just like, I don't know how that all happened together.
Yeah.